You don't have freelance experience. That's the story in your head. But the 15 years you spent just doing your job are packed with skills people pay freelancers good money for. By the end of this, you'll know which ones you already have and what they pay. You just lost your job, or maybe you are dreaming of a career change, and the first thought that hits you is, I have no real skills. So, you look at all those freelance job postings, and they ask for specialized tools or specific industry knowledge, and you feel like your 15 years in the workforce amounted to just doing your job, not building a portfolio of sellable talents. This belief is a huge misconception that traps countless smart professionals exactly like you. The truth is, your years of managing schedules, writing clear emails, organizing chaotic information, or just consistently showing up and solving problems are not no experience. They are the bedrock of almost every successful business. You have a professional maturity and competence that new freelancers simply do not possess. For instance, imagine a former executive assistant who felt she just booked travel and managed calendars. What she actually did was complex logistical planning, proactive problem solving for high-stakes situations, and impeccable client communication. These are incredibly valuable. You have simply never thought to package these practical skills into a service that businesses desperately need. That executive assistant can easily transition into a freelance virtual operations manager, helping small businesses streamline their internal processes. Such a role can command a starting rate of $40 to $60 per hour right out of the gate. This is not about learning a new technical skill from scratch. It is about recognizing the immense value in what you already do every single day. Real quick, if this is useful, give it a like. That little tap helps more than you would think. Your first step is to dig into your past. Go back to your old job descriptions, your performance reviews, even old emails where you helped solve a problem. Look for verbs: coordinated, managed, streamlined, resolved, communicated, organized, planned, trained, implemented. These action verbs reveal transferable skills. Think about the invisible work you did, the things that made your team function, but were never an official line item. Perhaps you were the go-to person for making sense of conflicting data in a spreadsheet. That is, data organization and reporting. Maybe you always wrote the clear, concise internal memos that everyone actually read. That is, internal communications specialist. Do not just list your job titles. Instead, break down what you actually did within those roles that added tangible value. For example, a former marketing coordinator might realize she coordinated all vendor communications for campaign launches and managed content calendars across 3 platforms. These translate directly into a freelance vendor liaison specialist or content operations manager. A content operations manager, helping small agencies manage their content flow, can easily charge $500 to $1,500 per month for a retainer, depending on the scope. This exercise is about translating your corporate language into freelance services. Once you have a list of your true competencies, the next step is to package them into specific, client-focused service offers. Do not just say, I do operations. Instead, think about the outcome you provide. What problem do you solve for a client? For example, instead of, I am good at Excel, consider, I create custom budget trackers and financial dashboards for small businesses to clarify their spending. This is specific, valuable, and easy to understand. Frame your offers around client pain points. A former HR generalist who handled employee onboarding and policy documentation might feel she just did paperwork, but her real skill was creating seamless new employee experiences and ensuring compliance through clear documentation. She can package this as an onboarding system designer for startups, offering to build out a complete CX automated onboarding flow. This kind of specialized project often commands $1,500 to $3,000 for a single implementation, demonstrating significant value. The key is to move beyond what you did and focus on the clear, tangible results you deliver for a client. Now that you have your packaged offers, the absolute best place to find your first clients is not cold bidding on job boards, but within your existing network. Think about the people you already know who might run small businesses, consultancies, or startups. These are often friends, former colleagues, or even acquaintances. They already trust you and understand your work ethic. Your goal is to identify who in your immediate circle, or perhaps one step removed, could benefit from your new specific service. For instance, if you packaged project coordination for marketing campaigns, who in your LinkedIn network is a small agency owner, a marketing consultant, or a solopreneur trying to launch a product? If you are offering streamlined onboarding for new VAs, think about coaches or small business owners who are constantly hiring virtual assistants. Perhaps you know a real estate agent who struggles with managing all their client communications. Your client follow-up and CRM management service could be perfect for them. This agent might pay you a retainer of $800 to $1,500 a month to manage their client follow-ups and keep their CRM organized, freeing them up to focus on sales. Leverage the trust you have already built. Approaching people in your network requires a specific, non-salesy pitch. Do not just say, I am freelancing now. Got any work? Instead, lead with value and curiosity. Frame it as a discovery conversation, not a desperate plea. Your pitch should be simple, clear, and focus on the problem you solve. A good starting point is something like, I have been thinking a lot about the challenges small businesses face with a specific problem you solve, and I recently realized my 15 years doing your corporate skill has equipped me to help with exactly that. I am now offering your specific service. For example, if you are targeting that real estate agent, you might say, I know you are always swamped with client follow-ups and staying on top of your database. I have actually started offering a service helping busy professionals like you streamline their client communications and CRM management. Do you ever find yourself wishing you had more time for sales instead of admin? This opens a conversation. This approach makes it easy for them to see how you can help and helps you potentially land that first client who might pay $750 to $1,200 for a project to clean up their existing client database and set up automated follow-ups. Once someone from your network expresses interest, your first conversation is not about selling. It is about listening and qualifying. Ask open-ended questions about their challenges and pain points related to your service. For example, if you offer digital filing system organization, ask, what is your biggest frustration when you need to find a specific document quickly? Satkur, how much time do you think your team wastes searching for files each week? Siagras, listen for specific problems you can solve. Do not jump to solutions immediately. After you have a clear understanding of their needs, you can then gently introduce how your service addresses those specific challenges. For instance, you could say, it sounds like your current file structure is costing you significant time and frustration. Based on what you have shared, I could implement a standardized, searchable digital filing system that saves you at least 5 hours a week. This approach helps you scope the project accurately. A comprehensive digital file migration and organization project for a small business often starts at $1,000 to $2,500. This structured conversation builds confidence and clarifies value for both of you. Determining your rates for your first freelance clients can feel intimidating, but remember, you are selling competence, not just hours. For your initial clients, especially from your network, it is perfectly acceptable to offer a slightly reduced rate or a fixed price project to build your portfolio and gain a testimonial. Do not undervalue yourself too much, but prioritize getting that first win. Research what similar services cost in the market, then consider your experience. For an organizational service, like setting up a project management system for a small business, a project rate of $750 to $1,500 is a realistic starting point, even if it might take you 20 to 30 hours. This might translate to an hourly rate of $30 to $50. Focus on the value you provide. If you are saving a business owner 10 hours a week by managing their social media content calendar, and their time is worth $100 an hour, then your monthly fee of $1,200 is an absolute steal for them. Be confident in the value of your years of experience. Even if you are new to freelancing, you are providing solutions, not just tasks. Your first client is your most important client because they are your proof of concept and your referral engine. Focus on over-delivering and making their experience exceptional. Clearly communicate progress, meet deadlines, and go the extra mile without burning yourself out. If you promise a system setup, make sure to include a short, simple training video for them. If you are managing their project communications, send a concise weekly summary of achievements. A delighted client will not only come back for more work, but they will also enthusiastically refer you to others in their network. Think of it as planting seeds for future business. For instance, if you successfully implement that digital filing system for one client, saving them hours, they are likely to tell their business owner friends. Those referrals are gold. After a successful project completion, always ask for a testimonial and permission to use them as a reference. A single successful project, even at a modest rate of $750, can lead to 3 more projects through referrals, quickly building momentum. Your professionalism and competence are your best marketing tools. You do not need to learn a new skill to start freelancing. You just need to reframe the immense competence you have already built. Your 15 years of just doing your job means you are perfectly positioned to offer practical, valuable services right now. Go identify your own sellable skills because the world is waiting for your everyday brilliance. Here is your next step. Go to freelancefitai.com and get your free skills report.